What's up guys, Vic here. It's Monday, I need to meal prep, and I figured I'd share this with you guys. One, because I know a lot of people get confused and overwhelmed at the idea of meal preparation. They think that it has to be complicated and time consuming, which neither of those do I feel are actually true. I think it can be very time efficient and very simple. And also because I have a few tips that might help you guys with your meal preparation. All right guys, so for my meal prep this week, looking at preparing for at least a few days, one of the biggest misconceptions I think most people have is that they have to know exactly how much food to prepare. I think you're better off preparing a substantial amount of the food and potentially having more than you need as opposed to trying to prepare exactly the amount that you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare plenty of potatoes, plenty of vegetables. I've got broccoli and Brussels sprouts, just two different vegetables. Again, simplicity. I've got some chicken and I've also got some New York strip steak as my protein selections. Again, two options, very simple guys. That is the key to making meal preparation work, simplicity. In terms of seasoning and preparing before you cook, I think simplicity is best, and I think that there are a few things that you can use as your base seasonings that won't interfere with your ability to be able to add extra flavors into the food as you go through your week in order to provide yourself with a little more variety. That's one of the things that I think a lot of people struggle with when it comes to preparing food in bulk, is they feel like that's the way in which they have to eat it for the entire 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, however many days you're gonna be eating that food. What I tend to do is I'll use some very basic stuff. I'll use some sea salt, I'll use some fresh ground pepper if I can, I'll use a little bit of cumin, onion and or garlic powder, and those will be the base seasonings that I utilize. Throughout the week, I'll add different things to the food as I reheat it. I'll use things like different herbs. I'll use basil, I'll use rosemary and parsley. I'll do different things, maybe a little bit of lemon pepper, some stuff like that, just to kind of give the food a little bit more flavor, and again, to give my palate some additional variety so that I don't get bored or feel like I'm eating the same thing over and over again. So that's another thing you have to keep in mind, that when it comes to preparing the food, the meal prep is the foundation. This is where we make sure that we have all the most important components covered so that regardless if we're in a pinch for time, we know that we have what we need ready and available. Chances are, if you have those bases covered, it's gonna be easier for you to implement a little bit more variety because you don't have to worry about cooking everything from scratch every day. It's more about, okay, how can I make this, which is already prepared, that I have to reheat, a little more interesting? How can I add a little bit of this to increase the palatability? Or how can I change the flavor on this today so that it's like I'm eating something different than what I ate yesterday? That's the key, guys. So those are the basis, those are the base seasonings that I'm gonna use, and that's what I'm going to do in preparation to start. All right, guys, so my favorite method for preparing food in bulk is just utilizing the oven. It makes sense. You can get it to a temperature that you can manage to get all of your food appropriately cooked at. For me, I tend to cook at 450 very often because a lot of protein sources, including things like chicken and steak, can be cooked completely or at least finished at that temperature. Things like potatoes or even vegetables cook really well at 450. And another thing to keep in mind is that it's better to slightly overcook your food, especially when we're talking about things like chicken or pork or any sort of meat, just for sanitation purposes and for health reasons, than to under prepare that stuff. So it's also a little bit of a dance about timing. So what I will do is I will generally get my oven to the temperature that I want to cook at. Like I said today, like most days, I'm going to be using 450 just because I know I can cook everything thoroughly at that temperature. And I'm going to start by putting the most time-consuming item in the oven first, which for me is going to be the potatoes. Now, all I've done is I've halved the potatoes and I'm going to stick them in the oven. They're going to take about an hour at 450, maybe a little bit less, but I like potatoes to be good and well cooked. I like them to be soft on the inside with just a little bit of crisp on the edges on the outside. So what I'm going to do is once the oven is ready, I'm going to finish seasoning these guys and throw those in first. All right guys, so we're waiting for the oven to finish preheating. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and season up some of our protein. Right now, working on the chicken tenders, gonna use that very simple base of sea salt, black pepper, a little bit of onion powder, guys. And maybe even a little bit of lemon. Funny enough, that's the oven. Okay, so we've got the potatoes in there. Those have been going for a few minutes. Brussels sprouts also take 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how well done you like them. I like them a little bit more on the well done side, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw those in the oven right now so they can get going while the potatoes are going. All right, guys, so the last two things that we have to get going are our steak and our broccoli. The broccoli is super easy, just gonna steam it for a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna get this going. And simultaneously, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get our steak going. What I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna sear it for a minute on each side since they're fairly thin steaks, and then finish them in the oven for about an extra 5 to 7 minutes, guys. Once those are done, everything should be finishing up at about the same time, which is perfect. All right, guys, so there you have it. Meal prep for at least half of a week for myself. Meals for at least a couple days for a family. We got steak, chicken, broccoli. We've got roasted Brussels sprouts. We have roasted potatoes, plenty of food to last. And not just plenty of food, but plenty of quality food. Whole foods, a minimal amount of ingredients. So in terms of seasoning, very basic. Olive oil for some of the items, salt, pepper, cumin, a little bit of lemon pepper, a couple of very simple things like that. Some fresh garlic I actually used on the steaks. But it doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be time consuming. All of this took about an hour and 20 minutes to prepare, and that was mostly cooking time. Guys, 1 hour, a couple times a week, and you can always be sure that you have the right foods at hand, guys. So if you're interested in more information about how you can prepare foods in bulk, or if you're looking for interesting recipes, check us out at Shed Fat Kitchen on IG. Plenty of good stuff there. Guys, if you're interested in us being able to assist you with meal preparation in terms of food selection, what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating, and in order to achieve your fitness goals, you can feel free to visit us at shedyourfat.com and see what sorts of personalized services we have to offer in regards to nutrition and meal plans, guys. So until next time, it's Vic signing out. Hey, you know I could do that. What about that one right there? Oh, look at that, son.
Do some cutting shit.